When you load a website from halfway around the world, something remarkable happens behind the scenes. Today, we are pulling apart content delivery networks, edge servers, and the clever tricks that make global content feel local. Light travels fast, but not fast enough to hide geography. A user in Tokyo requesting a page from a New York server must cross roughly 11,000 kilometers of fiber. Each router hop adds delay. That physical distance translates directly into latency, and latency means a slower, worse experience for the user. The origin server is the single source of truth. It holds your actual files, your database, your application. Edge servers are copies placed closer to users. They store cached versions of your content and serve them without bothering the origin. The origin generates once, and the edge delivers many times. A CDN is a global network of points of presence, or POPs. Each POP is a cluster of servers in a city or region. Major providers like Cloudflare and Akamai have hundreds of POPs across every continent. The closer a POP is to your user, the fewer hops the request must travel, cutting latency dramatically. CDNs use two main strategies to direct users to the nearest edge. With any cast, many edge nodes share one IP address and the network itself routes packets to the geographically closest node. With DNS-based routing, the CDN's resolver inspects the user's IP and returns the address of the nearest POP. Either way, the user lands on the closest edge automatically. When a user requests a resource the edge already has stored, that is a cache hit, the edge checks its local store, finds the file, and sends it back immediately. The origin is never contacted. Response times drop from hundreds of milliseconds to single-digit milliseconds because the content is physically close and no network round trip to the origin is needed. On the very first request for a file, or after a cached copy expires, the edge has nothing to serve. This is a cache miss. The edge fetches the content from the origin, delivers it to the waiting user, and simultaneously stores a copy locally. Every subsequent request for the same file hits the cache instead, so the expensive origin fetch only happens once. Not everything belongs in a cache. Static assets like JavaScript bundles, style sheets, images, and fonts are ideal candidates because they are identical for every user and change infrequently. Dynamic content, such as shopping carts, user dashboards, or authenticated API responses, is personalized and must come from the origin fresh. Knowing the boundary between the two is fundamental to CDN design. The cache key is how an edge node decides whether two requests are for the same item. By default, it is usually just the URL, but you can vary keys on request headers like accept language or accept encoding to serve different content to different clients. Getting cache keys right is critical. Too broad and users get wrong content. Too narrow and you defeat the cache entirely. Time to live, or TTL, is the duration an edge node holds a cached copy before it is considered stale. The origin sets this via the cache control response header. For example, max age equals 86400 for 1 day. When the timer expires, the edge discards the copy and must refetch on the next request. Short TTLs keep content fresh. Long TTLs maximize cache efficiency. When you deploy a new version of a file before its TTL expires, old cached copies are still being served. Purging is the fix. You send a purge command through the CDN API, and the control plane fans out instructions to every POP to delete the matching cached entry. The next request at each edge triggers a fresh fetch from origin, ensuring users get the updated file immediately. There are two fundamental CDN models. With a push CDN, you proactively upload your content to the edge before any user asks for it. This suits large files like software installers or video assets. With a pull CDN, the edge fetches content from origin only when a user first requests it, then caches it. Pull CDNs are simpler to operate and ideal for web assets that are requested organically. Modern CDNs let you run lightweight code directly inside the edge node. These edge functions execute within milliseconds of the user's location. Common uses include rewriting URLs, enforcing authentication, running A/B tests, and personalizing responses, all without a round trip to the origin. Platforms like Cloudflare Workers and Lambda at the Edge pioneered this model, blurring the line between CDN and serverless compute. Streaming protocols like HLS and Dash break a video into small segments, typically 2 to 10 seconds long, each available in multiple bit rates. The player fetches a manifest file that lists all segments, then requests them one at a time. Because segments are static files, edges cache them perfectly. The player adapts quality by switching bitrate tracks based on network speed, and the edge serves each chunk nearly instantly. Storing every image in every possible size wastes origin storage. Instead, the origin keeps one high-resolution master. The edge receives the browser's request, including width and format hints, transforms the image on the fly by resizing and converting to modern formats like WebP or AVIF, and caches the result. Subsequent requests for the same dimensions and format are served from the edge cache instantly. A distributed denial of service attack floods a target with traffic until it collapses. Because the CDN's edge network is massively distributed and has enormous aggregate bandwidth, it can absorb most attack volume before it ever reaches the origin. The edge can rate limit, challenge suspicious requests with CAPTCHAs, and drop obviously malformed packets at the network layer, keeping the origin healthy and available to legitimate users. When you have hundreds of edge pops, a popular cache miss could send hundreds of simultaneous requests to your origin. Origin shield adds one more caching layer between all edge nodes and the origin. Edge nodes that miss their local cache ask the shield first. If the shield has it, only one request ever goes to origin. This dramatically reduces the load your origin must handle during traffic spikes. Putting it all together, a user types a URL and DNS or any cast routes them to the nearest edge node. The edge checks its cache. On a hit, it responds immediately. On a miss, it asks the origin shield. If the shield has a copy, it returns it. Only if the shield also misses does the request reach the true origin. The response travels back through each layer, catching along the way for the next user. You now understand how CDNs and edge infrastructure shrink the distance between content and users. Next episode, we go deeper into the full caching stack, from the browser's own memory all the way back through proxies and application servers, and how every layer coordinates to keep the web fast.